Okay, so on this first day of the new year, let's practice together and see what intentions we may set for the year ahead. And as always, beginning the practice with just checking in with the body to see if any movements would be helpful in this moment. And giving the body the opportunity to gravitate towards a posture that is as comfortable as can be in this moment. Really looking after ourselves. And just checking in with what's present for you, both the reality of the body, but also the heart and the mind. Maybe a sense of what's around you, your context of this time. And just letting all that inform your intentions for this practice, which may be around being present with all that may arise, meeting ourselves with kindness, openness, and warmth. And seeing if there may be any themes for you personally that may want to bubble to the surface. And checking in with the motivation, the sense of how practicing may enhance your life, how it may benefit you as well as others around you. Noticing how it feels in your being, in your body to attune to a live motivation in this moment. And then from here, let's bring our attention to how the breath is moving in this body. Becoming curious and sensitive to where the movements are happening. Maybe in the belly, in the chest, maybe also in the sides and the back. Maybe a sense of it in the nostrils. And this living and life-giving breath flowing in its own way. And if it's comfortable for you, inviting a little deepening of the breath, gravitating towards a soothing breathing rhythm. And perhaps also equalizing the in and the out breath. Maybe through counting to 4 or 5 on the in breath, to the same count on the out breath. And perhaps using a simple phrase like breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And of course, if the breath is not a comfortable place for you to let your attention rest, and feel very free to find another part of your experience, maybe sensations in the hands or in the feet, another part of the body where you can be touching into this moment. A little anchor for our attention, with thoughts, of course, continuing to freely come and go in the background, but where we can become present, just tuning into actually being here with our awareness. And on some days we may find that there's quite a quick settling of a flurry of thinking in the mind, a bit like a snow globe where the snow settles when we stop shaking. And other days, maybe quite a lot of movement and continuing swirling. Either way, just noticing what's here. We can keep bringing our attention back to this neutral support. Deeper breathing, the counting. And particularly the out breath, inviting a releasing, a softening and settling. Maybe a sense of how the mind can learn from the body releasing the breath, the mind releasing some of its involvement with thinking. And we could widen our awareness so that it encompasses the whole of the body now. And that includes the breath, of course, letting the breath now find its own natural rhythm again. And let's bring our curiosity to the sensations that are present at this time. All the way from the crown of the head, and arms and hands, and torso, legs and feet. This whole body like a sea of sensations. And seeing if we can simply notice what's there. This caring, interested curiosity. Noticing both strong and subtle sensations. Noticing parts of the body perhaps with very few sensations, or where there may be a numbness or a disconnect. Tuning to subtleties of temperature in different parts of the body. Maybe the sense of touch, where one body part is resting on another or is in contact with what's underneath you. And also the full range of sensations that we may experience as neutral, as comfortable, pleasant, relaxed, as well as maybe tight or tense, painful. Can we open to the whole range of sensations as best we can, allowing all that's there to be as it is? As well as really meeting ourselves with care for what we experience, what we find. And including that sense of how this body is resting, how it's stable and steady here, held in place by gravity, and resting on this vast, beautiful earth. And the mind, in turn, also invited to rest in the body, knowing that in this moment we don't have to make anything happen, we don't have to strive for anything. Simply resting in this moment with all its ingredients as they are. And sometimes resting with is easier said than done. And it may be helpful to bring in a support into the practice, a place for our attention to land on, and from which we can open to the fullness of our experience. So, this could be the movements in the body, the sensations there. It could be the flow of the natural breath, or maybe the sounds as they're reaching your ears. Just landing on the support of your choice, as well as that continuing attending to or awareness of whatever may flow through your experience. No need to push anything away, no need to make anything happen, just acknowledging and noticing moment by moment what is happening while it's happening, no matter what it is. And if you'd like to continue to rest with the support, and simply allow whatever is flowing through your experience to do what it does, to be what it is, and feel really free to stay there. Or perhaps you may want to join me in reflecting a little on this year ahead. And in particular, we could open to see what intentions might be alive in us for this coming year. And an intention is not like an expectation, and it's not something we need to do or make happen. It's a bit like seeds we plant. It is an orientation, it's a opening to the possibility. And there may be quite some power in our intentions, in our deliberate turning to a particular direction. So let's just sit for a little while and see what arises. No right or wrong. If nothing particularly comes, that's completely fine too. Or sometimes things come not so much in the form of thoughts, but more in physical sensations or a felt sense, a feeling, an image. Let's just drop in that question. What are my intentions for this coming year? There may be one or two very much in the foreground. I want to drop in the question again if the mind wanders, or just to freshly see what might arise. Let's stay curious for a little longer. What are my intentions for this year to come? Noticing how it feels in the body to be present with these intentions, whatever they may be. And we're really invited to let them be kind and wholesome intentions. So ones that come from a deep wish for our own flourishing, which is for the benefit both of ourselves and for others. Perhaps also seeing how you may encourage yourself to turn in this direction. Maybe there are some kind, encouraging words or a gesture that feels right for this moment. Maybe a kind wish. And continuing to just stay curious about what arises. No expectations. No way that we can get this wrong. Simply noticing what's here, moment by moment. And if it feels right for this moment, for you, maybe letting that wellspring of care and encouragement, letting that overflow to others too. What kind wishes may you have for particular others? Maybe for others more generally. Again, just seeing what arises. And our well wishing may take the form of a felt sense, maybe of words, an image. And if you like, also joining me in some maybe more general wishes, like may each and every one of us be well as we go into this new year. May we all be peaceful and at ease. May this be a year in which all of us can flourish and thrive. May there be joy in our hearts, deep and contented joy. Noticing how it feels to pause with kind wishes like this. Really including ourselves, our loved ones, maybe also more general, all these other beings who, just like us, long for a happy new year, one with health, peace, wellness. The flourishing of ourselves and our world, and all its different inhabitants, its ecosystems. May there be thriving everywhere we look. Noticing how it feels to connect with those wishes in the body. And in your own time, just letting them flow in their own way. So just resting with whatever may be here. Simple being in this moment. And as we're coming towards the end of the practice, we can gather all the goodness of our time together here. And connecting with the wish for it to continue to grow in our being, to fuel our intentions and nourish us as we go forth into this year, particularly when we need it most. As well as that it may ripple out to others in all directions, to all beings, and in ever widening circles. Ding. So maybe a little moving, stretching. Wonderful to practice together.